Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and I am surrounded by beautiful white roses because I'm doing a wedding wreath, or you can use this for a bridal shower. So let's get started. All of the items here are from Dollar Tree, and when I was thinking about doing the wedding wreath, I knew that I wanted to use the heart wreath form. And I had picked this up around the time of Valentine's Day, so I'm glad I picked up extra. And as I was looking through their flower collection, I saw these really large white roses. Look how big those are. So we're going to adhere them to the wreath. And you've seen this technique before if you had seen my heart-shaped Valentine wreath. So I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. I'm not sure if I have to use all of them, but we'll see. And then I had some of this ribbon in my stash. It was 75 cents on clearance, and I'm not sure where I picked it up from, but it's a nice see-through, and it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, ribbon. So I'll see if I can incorporate this into the wreath. You just never know. And then at Dollar Tree, in the wedding section, and I don't usually pass by there, I had seen this wire edge ribbon. So maybe I'll use it on the wreath. We'll see. I'm going and just kind of creating as I go along. And then I saw some tulle. So there's 8 yards of tulle. I got both. I got 2 of them. And so I'm trying to think if I want to do like a wedding wreath or a bridal wreath. I see a veil somewhere in this wreath. So I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. So I'm going to start by removing the flowers, the roses from the stems, and just hot glue them right onto the wreath. And so to do that, I'm just pulling them off. This is one of the easiest ways to actually form a wreath. It's real simple. And if you have to make a lot of these and you want to hang it maybe on the door of the church, or maybe if you're having a bridal shower and you want to decorate possibly the mailbox where you're having the bridal shower or the hall, these are like really easy to make. And so we're just going to go ahead and pull a bunch of these off of the stems. And I like the fact that it has that flat back, so it could just adhere to that wire wreath really quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want my tulle to be attached to the bottom of my heart frame. And so what I'm going to do, I almost want it to be like a bridal train. So I've got a pretty good amount, and I'm not even sure if you can really see this. Look how light it is. So I'm going to take several of these. I'm going to cut them around the same length. And so what I'm doing is I'm bending it like this. And that's going to be the top piece that's going to attach to here. So I'm going to do several of those because I want it to be kind of thick. So I just have it folded over like that. And this is the center part. This is so much fun because I realized from like last summer helping with my brother-in-law's wedding that I really enjoy the whole wedding decor and wedding decoration. So I do plan on sharing some ideas with you all just because it's something that I like doing, and I'm sure it will be helpful for someone out there. So just tell me if you would like to see more wedding decor along with some other ideas. Okay, so this is my third one, and you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get that kind of train look, or a wedding veil kind of look. So it looks like I'm going to be using just about all of this. And it's nice and kind of wispy and just so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just holding all three of these together, and I'm going to tie it right through here. And all I'm doing is bringing it through like this, right through this right here, that center V, I guess I could call it. And I'm just wrapping it along, and I'm going to pull it right through here. So there's really no gluing, and it's not going to show because I'm going to put the flowers above that. So I'm almost tying it just like that. And so it has this nice little wispiness. And I will post pictures at the end so you can see it. And so this is how I was thinking about doing it. And sometimes you just don't know how it's going to turn out, but it looks like it's going to be okay. And so now I'm going to start to put my flowers on. And so all I'm doing is putting some hot glue on here, and I want this to be centered because I want it to look really neat and elegant. I'm just going to attach it there. I'm going to make sure it's on there real good. And this goes really fast if you remove the flowers from the stems. And I want this to look really nice and full. And imagine you can do this in whatever color. So I have my train hanging from here, or I should say my bridal veil, or whatever you want it to be. This will be really cute actually on the brides and bridesmaid dressing room. And so if you know the bride's colors, you can do this in the bride's colors. But I figure white is pretty universal. And so all I'm doing is putting some on the upper ring and then putting some in the middle ring. And a really good idea that several subscribers, you guys have the best ideas, had said was to paint the rim. So paint the frame white. So I actually have some white spray paint, but just to let you know, you can paint this white. But I'm going to be covering this up pretty good. That's an awesome, awesome idea. So thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the flowers on here. And then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. Look how full that is. I can't wait to see how this is going to look. Okay, so this is what our wreath looks like so far. I still have to add some type of bow down at the bottom, so I'm doing white on white. So this is a good opportunity for you if you're doing particular colors of a bridal shower or bridal party. You can just incorporate whatever color tulle, since it comes in so many different colors, into your wreath, or you can play it off of the flowers. And I think this looks really nice and elegant and pretty upscale, especially with all Dollar Tree materials. Now, if you have some spaces that are just kind of out where you can see the green, all I did was took a little bit of glue, just use my glue gun and just put a little dot there, and then you can just squeeze the petals together so that they close up, because they're pretty light. And so that's just if you have some areas that are just showing through where you can see the wire. But a good thing is to just go ahead and paint the frame white if it really bothers you. Now, what I noticed is I just wanted to leave this part open for now and get to this last, because I wanted to see how this would look. I like the way it looks, but rather than have it on the inner ring, and I could probably leave it there, I'm going to put it on the bottom ring. So we're going to just change this up a little bit. Just want to make sure that my veil here is even. I'm just really happy with the way this turned out. Okay, so I'm just going to put a loop through here, and then I'm just going to pull this other part through. And then it will be hanging from the bottom part. Then I'm going to take some of the leftover tulle because I still have some left over. And I'm going to take some of this this light colored ribbon that I had. It's like 75 cents on clearance. I guess no one wanted it. So I've had this in my stash for years. So I'm going to end up tying off my tulle with this once I make some type of ribbon type thing. You could tell I'm just kind of making this up as I go, and I'm just having some fun here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tulle and I'm just going to take it and almost like forming a ribbon. And this is so light, so I'm just making a loop here, bringing it around, making a loop there, and you could hardly see this, but once you start to layer it, you can see more and more. And so you see how I'm making a loop, and I'm just, you know, it's so easy to just pinch it right in the middle there. And if you want it to be smaller, you just make smaller loops. And this is just one thing of tulle, and that may be all I need. Now, if you want it to be thicker, just add in another thing of tulle, because I haven't even used the second roll yet, but you just never know. And I'm just pulling this apart just so that it looks somewhat neat. This is different to work with than what I'm normally used to working with, some type of wired ribbon or something a lot thicker. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna kind of see what this, putting my wreath over and just kind of test it out a little bit, just to kind of see. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. Just be right here, and kind of gives a nice little thing without covering up the flowers because it's nice and light and airy. So I'm just going to take this ribbon and just tie it right around to hold this in place for a moment. Just tie that real good. This is another area where if you have a different type of ribbon, different color, that's the bridal colors, this would be a good opportunity for you to tie it into the wreath as well. And it would just go right here in the middle. But I kept some flowers with a little bit of the leaf on it. And so I'm going to see if I can actually incorporate this into it. So let's see. My wire cutter here. I'm just going to cut a little bit more of this off. Here's another one here. I could probably put it in like this. I'm leaving the leaves on here just because that little bit of green just adds to it. At least to me it does. Just that little, having that little bit of greenery in there just looks so cute. Okay, so it looks like that will work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ribbon right here, and I'm going to use just one part of it and pull this through. And the tulle is so light. And I'm just going to tie this right around here. And I can make a knot if I want, but this looks like it's pretty secure because it's just not, it's really not going anywhere. And I'm just going to neaten up these little ends right here. Just to make that, have those little dovetails there. Just these little details. So you get to come along on this new learning journey with me. Okay, so I've got the green on here, and what I'm going to do is I want one to go here, and I want one like right up in here. So I'm going to cut this down a little bit because that's too much of a stem on there. See one right in there, and that'll be the, I think that'll look pretty good. It'll add a little bit of dimension to the wreath too. Just want to make sure. It sure would. And it looks so pretty with this. I wish you could really see it. I hope it's coming across on camera. Okay, so we're going to put one, just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to put one right at the bottom here. Kind of gives it a nice little 3D effect there too. And if the flower doesn't seem secure on this, you can always take some glue and then just glue it right on. Take the leaf and glue it right onto the flower. These Dollar Tree flowers, I tell you, they're really, really coming in handy. I just want to see if... Nope, I was going to stick another leaf in there, but I don't think it'll look right. Let's see. I think it's taking away from that tool. So for now, I'm going to just leave it like this. And I will post pictures at the end, and you can go and fluff this out and get a good look at it from here. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and you can hang this on the bridal door. It just looks so pretty. And so I hope you were inspired by this. I really had a good time making it, and thank you for staying until the end to see what the final touch is. I really like this. I would make one for someone for an upcoming wedding if I had to. It's really easy to make, and Dollar Tree has all of these flowers, so I may end up stocking up on these in different colors just because these are really good quality flowers. So I hope you were inspired by this. And if you are planning a wedding, I hope this is helpful to you. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Thanks for joining me. Bye.